Our top story tonight at 11. Providence City Council is sending a blunt message this evening by taking a dramatic step as they try to protect homeless people during this bitter blast of January weather. Thanks for joining us. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. They're now using City Hall as a temporary shelter. ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azara joins us live in the studio tonight with the mayor's response. Alyssa.
Well, Tiffany, John, a spokesperson for the mayor's office says City Hall was opened tonight by City Council staff after the doors were locked at the end of business hours, which is 4:30. With temperatures this cold, City Councilor Miguel Sanchez says his main focus is keeping anyone who's homeless warm tonight. Some Providence City councilors opening up the council chambers as a warming shelter for homeless people Tuesday night, as temperatures drop well below freezing in Rhode Island.
There is just not enough room, shelter beds for our most vulnerable neighbors.
Ward 6 City Councilor Miguel Sanchez is also a street outreach worker with Better Lives Rhode Island, a nonprofit that helps homeless people. He doesn't think the city and state are working quickly enough to help those on the streets during the winter months.
We're taking it a day-by-day basis. Hopefully, this sends a strong enough message to city leadership, to state leadership. That's something that folks have been calling for weeks now, is for the governor to declare a public health state of emergency.
According to Sanchez, councilors and volunteers looked at other options before opening City Hall, but they weren't approved, so they felt this was the best option for now.
We want to be clear that none of these solutions are perfect. There's going to be hiccups, roadblocks with any and all of them. But the most important thing is that we're trying our best as city representatives to offer some type of space where folks can at least be somewhat warm.
ABC 6 News speaking to Darrell Parker, who was brought to City Hall by his case manager at Better Lives.
It's a reprieve for the most part, but tomorrow is what I'm worried about. I mean, today is just hopefully getting the public to understand that the homeless crisis is something they should pay attention to. But tomorrow it'll be back to the same thing.
Parker says he spends most nights in his tent off Branch Avenue, adding that Monday night was difficult.
Very cold. I had to put blanket on top of blanket on top of blanket.
He says usually it's easier said than done to find a warm place to stay.
You can show up, but 100 people before you's already showed up. So by the time you get there's no beds. And if you call CES and you ask them what locations actually do have beds, they'll tell you, oh, there's no beds at this location or that location, and the ones that do have beds are far and out the way.
In a statement, Mayor Brett Smiley said this move by the councilors disrespects the city's community partners, adding in part, quote, "I oppose tonight's action by the City Council. City Hall does not have the resources, expertise, or proper facilities to serve as an emergency shelter. The city is supporting multiple emergency warming shelters across Providence with available beds that are professionally staffed." Now, when I asked Sanchez if he had the authority to open up the council chamber, he said that City Hall belongs to the people of Providence. Also important to note, there were medical professionals and police on site. In the newsroom, Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.